Welcome to the new module of the HTML workshop. First of all, we'll talk a little bit more about HTML. Now, HTML itself is what builds websites, as I mentioned previously. And if I open up Google here and go to, for example, the Young Innovators website, in this website, you'll see that you have all these images and text. However, when we press F12 on Google Chrome, you open up all of the HTML here. And all of this code is in HTML. So, after doing this workshop, you should be able to identify and read and understand all the code that you see to your right here, and you'll be able to edit the code accordingly. Now, in HTML, you have something called tags. So I'll go back here, such as the header tag over here, or the body tag, and these are just advanced tags. But if you're starting off in HTML, you want to learn basic tags. But before getting into tags, first things first, let's look at how we can make a basic HTML file without doing anything. So you want to open up Notepad. In Notepad, you'd want to write. So whenever you're starting any HTML file, for example, in a text editor such as Notepad, the most basic thing you'd write first is this. So you have your less than sign, your greater than sign, then you write in caps, exclamation mark, doc type, space, HTML. This is basically saying the type of document or the type of script. Everything I'm going to write beyond this is all HTML. Then you want to add your HTML tags. So HTML with your little less than and greater than signs, closing it off. And then slash HTML. So whenever you're writing a tag, such as the HTML tag, you're going to have your tag starting like this with the little HTML in between. And then you're going to end your tag with a slash, and then the exact same word HTML all over again. This little slash indicates that this is the end of this HTML tag. Then, similarly, you want to write body. Body basically means this is the main content or body of our actual website. And then slash body. So this slash body here indicates that the tag stops there. After that, in here, you have many different types of tags. An example is your heading tags or your header tags. These tags would be written as, these tags will be written as H1. And then you would say heading 1, for example. And then you'd want to end the tag like this. So your body tags would start and end on a different line. However, tags like the H1 tag, you don't need to press enter because these are basically text tags. Moving forward, so let's say I have a file like this. So this is your standard HTML file. And what happens, you save this file. So save. I want to save this as test.html. And then I would want to save this on my desktop, right? Now save. Now I have this, and the reason the Chrome icon is here is because when I name this a HTML file by saying .html, it treats it as if it's some sort of website. And as you can see, my HTML file gave me my heading as heading 1. So that is basically how HTML file is made. Now, here's the thing. You're going to learn how to do HTML. So what's important for you right now is to learn all the different types of tags. So just know that your standard HTML file, so let me just click open with, that's fine, don't worry about it. So your standard HTML file is going to start with your doc type. So let me go to younginnovators.net.au. Inside this website, we have a HTML editor, so slash HTML editor. So before I continue, I'd just like to inform you that this isn't usually how we make websites. Usually we use HTML editors such as Blue Gryphon. Do I have it here? Yep, Blue Gryphon. HTML editors just like Blue Gryphon can sometimes be free, sometimes they cost money. And the advantage of using these editors is that if I click File, New, what I can do is that I can see, so I can type all my code here. And then it straight away pops up over here. That's the advantage of HTML editors. So we actually have one on the Young Innovators website, and that's called, and we just call it our standard HTML editor. In here, your standard HTML file would look like this, obviously. So you'd have your document type, HTML, your body, and then you want the closing tags for both. So /body /HTML. Make sure body is inside HTML. And then after that, I'd have my heading 1. So H1, H2, sorry, H1 /H1. Then inside you would say heading 1. Then after that, I just click run code, and there's our first heading. Now, what we did for our HTML editor, to save time so you don't have to retype all of this over and over again, you can just type it up like this. Usually you're not able to do this, but in our HTML editor we made it so you're still able to run code like this. So whenever I click run code, it produces the exact same thing. Now, as I mentioned, there is H1, which is your first header. Usually this is your biggest header. Then you have other options of headers, such as, so we say H1 being heading 1. Then you have H2. So let me just quickly finish this. Yep. Then you have H2, heading 2. Then you also have H3. And the list keeps going. So I'm just going to quickly run this. As you can see, all of these headings were produced. I think this goes up to H6. I'm just going to quickly double check that. So 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Run code. Yep. This goes all the way down to heading 6. Now, obviously these are all headings. In a website, usually your headings, so let me try and open up a standard website. I'll go into the blog section. So if we look at, for example, this website, so if I click inspect here, would be our H2 tag, as you can see here. So this is heading 2, and then after that you have something called a P tag. So if we go back to our HTML editor, I'll just say, we'll make a header 2 tag just like they did here. So we'll say more about me. Let's say we're talking about ourselves. And then /H2, always make sure to put these end tags. And then you'd say P for paragraph, and then /P to say that this tag ends here. And then over here you'd write, my name is, for now I'm just going to write my own name, so Shayan Ali. I am studying at XXX school. I'm not actually going to write my actual school, but when you're assigned a task to write your own profile, please make sure to write your own school. So, I'm at XXX school. I study. So I'll put a full stop here, of course. I study in XXX grade. Actually, it's just 1x for now. Or 2. I study in XXX grade. Now, this is your P tags, just like they're showing in our website, right? So this would be your header 2 tag, this would be your P tag, and you can do the exact same thing here. So I'm going to click run code. So to actually test out your code, make sure to click the run code button. And there we go. More about me. My name is Shayan Ali. I'm studying at XXX school, and I study in XXX grade. Now, other than this, you might notice there's little line breaks. To get these line breaks, let's see if I can actually open this up. they don't mention in this code. There we go, BR. So to get these little line breaks, what you do is that you write the tag BR. And then if I write more here, so I'll write P/P, I love, let's say, burgers. So I'll say beef burgers. Now if I run this code, you'll see that there's a gigantic line gap here. This little thing here. And this is made by the BR tag. Now, the BR tag doesn't have to be outside the paragraph, so you can also put them inside. So I'll just copy this, and I'll put a BR tag right here. If I run the code again, you'll see that the line will also break. So you can put BR tags inside paragraph tags, or even outside. If we remove the BR tag, then what happens is that the paragraph is just going to have a line break. It's not going to have a massive break. So the useful thing about BR or break tags is that they'll create a new line for you without you having to press something like enter. So when you press enter, the code itself doesn't actually read that enter. So what happens is that it just continues the line like this. So that's why BR tags are useful. It's to indicate that you want an enter or a break in the line. Now, more than just this, you can also make text bold. Let's see if there's any bolded text here. There isn't any bolded text here. However, I will show you how this is done. So we'll say h1 tag /h1. Who am I? And then we'll say, so paragraph /p. So my name is Shayan Ali. Now, what do I have to do if I want to bold this? If I want to bold it, what I'll do is I'll write /b here. Sorry, my bad. I'll write B first and then /b. So B meaning bold, and then I want to end the tag here so that it knows it needs to stop bolding from this point onwards. Now, if I run the code, this becomes bolded, as you can see. So who am I? My name is Shayan Ali. I tried using this on heading tags. It doesn't actually work. It only works on normal paragraph tags. So just keep that in mind. Now, just so that you know, what happens if you take away these heading tags? Or if you accidentally forget to put a tag, or an end tag. If you don't put the end tag, this affects the rest of the code. So what happens? You end up with this. Who am I? And this isn't in paragraph form anymore. It's in the heading 1 form. So always make sure you end your tags, or else you'll have bugs like this in the code. So always make sure to put your ending tags. Same applies to bold tags and everything. Now, I'm gonna continue writing here now. So BR mean line break. I study at, we'll say, yeah, we'll just write XXX school again. XXX school. Now, since this is a special place, or a place that everyone knows or may know, or it's a proper noun, I can use italics to try and indicate that. Now, to use italics, we use I, and then we use /I. And if I run the code, you'll see that this has been italicized. So you only use I, not li. So, my name is Shayan Ali. I study at XXX school. Now, this I is your italics tag. Now, what if I want to insert a link? So if we go back to our robotics example, you'll see here that these pieces of text, each of them have a link that they go to. So if I click open link in new tab, this will take me to the events section. So let's say I want to put this exact same thing here. So you have something called the A tag. How this works is that what you want to do, let's say we write another paragraph. In this paragraph we say, so I'll quickly just write this, P/P. Young Innovators runs many events, and you can learn more about that here. Now this here, I want to make sure that if someone clicks that, they'll go to this page, right? So I want to copy this link, Control A, Control C. Then after that, I want to go here and I want to put this A tag. A, href, href, equals to, we put the link there. After that, you want to also put a /A. Always make sure to end your tags. Now, if I click this, it'll take me to the website. This is really small, but it's basically the same thing. You see the Young Invaders header there and everything. So, beyond that, I'll just quickly retype it since it's a little bit hard to see here. So, this is basically what we did. A, meaning that's the tag itself. So A means that we're assigning an attribute to this basically. Href basically meaning your reference, think of it like that. I don't know what the H is meant to stand for there, but I know ref is meant to stand for reference. And then we put in our source, which is basically our link here. And then we assign it to this little text here. And our /A basically means we don't want to assign anything else beyond this point. Make sense? So, the tags we learnt about, other than your doc type, HTML, and body tags, are our heading tags, H1, and H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Our P tags, our bolding tags, our line breaks, so BR, italics I, and our little link, we'll just call the link tags, our A tags. So all of these different tags are what we learnt about, and in the next couple activities or 1 or 2 activities, you'll be using these tags, and make sure to show all the progress and work you're doing and take snippets of everything you've done to your mentor or whoever is guiding you through this course. And yeah, that's about it. Your assignment now is basically go to this text editor, click on the button below this video, and make sure after doing that, try and edit the code that's there so that you have 2 different types of headings. Oh, let me just delete this. 2 different types of headings, at least 1 of all of the tags. When I say all of the tags, I'm referring to these. And I want 2 tags here, 2 paragraph tags. After you've done that, make sure to show it to your head coordinator or mentor. And that'll be it for this part of the first module.